Hey there, it's another great day in Denver, Colorado. And today we are living in Denver, Colorado, and we're going to go on a tour of Thornton. We're going to jump in my map on my computer here, and I'm going to show you kind of what Thornton is, the layout, where it sits in proximity to the city of Denver, and just some ins and outs about Thornton, Colorado. So let's get to it. I'm Michelle Wise and my partner Cheryl Crown, and we are living in Denver, Colorado. Cheryl's not here today, so I'm going to give you a map tour of what Thornton is. And whether you're looking to move from out of state to the Denver metro area, or you're local and wanting to make a move within Denver, then you've come to the right place. Because we live here, we can give you the inside scoop on everything there is to know about Denver, Colorado. We know the good, the bad, the areas, the neighborhoods, everything. We know it because we are here, and we are, I'm a local and Cheryl's an honorary local. So make sure you subscribe below so that you can be the first to know when we drop a new video on the different areas here in the Denver metro area. And listen, while we love making these videos, we are licensed realtors here in the state of Colorado. So, if you're looking for more information, or you're ready to actually make the move and want some help, we're here for you. So make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All of our information's down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And we answer our calls and emails. We get calls and emails every day, and we personally respond to every single one of them. So regardless of your timeline or your time frame, we're here for you. So let's jump into the map. Okay, here we go. So if I zoom out, you can see that here's the Denver metro area. We've got Denver here in the center. This red outline of all these squiggly lines is Thornton. And so proximity-wise to Denver, it's super accessible. We are just about 15, 20 minutes north of Denver proper. So, and you're gonna jet up I-25 right here. So it's a straight shot. So depending kind of no matter where you are, so I-25 is this line right here. So it runs pretty much all the way up straight through Thornton on the west side for the most part. And it doesn't really get any more direct or straight shot than that. Lots of accessibility there. It does carry a bit of traffic because it is the main north-south thoroughfare through the Denver metro area. But really, kind of regardless of where you are, you can get to it fairly simply from anywhere in Thornton. The other nice thing about Thornton is you have access to I-76, which runs through the city up to here. So it goes up here. But again, you can see you can drop down through multiple streets here, get on I-76 over to I-25 and into Denver pretty easily that way. And then also, if you are looking at proximity to the mountains, Thornton sits, let me just back up here a little bit, right here. So anywhere you want to go in the mountains, it's probably, looking at about an hour, hour and a half drive, depending where you're going. But the nice thing about Thornton is it gives you access to these north. So I-70, let me back up a little bit. I-70, which runs right here, is kind of the main interstate that runs east and west across Colorado. And it's also the main interstate that takes you into the mountains from the Denver metro area. The nice thing about Thornton and its proximity up north here is that you can easily get over here to Boulder, which is right here, and head into the mountains up to any of these little mountain towns and ski resorts that are up here in this north section of kind of the metro area, foothills, mountains, things like that. There's lots of good skiing up there. Boulder itself is a great little fun town to visit. And a lot of people in Thornton work in Boulder. So whether you're commuting down here to Denver or over here to Boulder, your commute's going to be, not too bad. And right here along the Boulder Turnpike, there's a lot of businesses that house their headquarters or their office buildings there. So you don't even really have to go all the way into Boulder to get to work if you're lucky enough to have an employer that works over here. So Thornton's a great location for work and activities into the mountains. The other thing that it's nice that it does is its proximity to the airport. We talk about that a lot, but it's important to a lot of our clients, whether it's for work or a vacation, picking friends and family up. But you're about 25 minutes to the airport from here. And again, you have access to it from 470, which again is a toll road. So that if you remember from other videos, or if you haven't watched them, 470 is a toll road that kind of circles Denver here to the east. And that is the toll. Up here north as well as the toll. There's one free section of it down here south, but if you're living in Thornton, that probably won't affect you too much. But again, easy proximity to a lot of various things in and around the Denver metro area if you are in Thornton. So let's zoom in a little bit here so you can kind of see a little bit more about what I'm talking about. If you watch our Denver or our Thornton vlog, you'll see that Thornton has a lot of green space. So a lot of park space, a lot of trails, and Thornton is a city that has differences in their homes. So Thornton has been around for a very long time. So you're going to have this kind of southern section here of Thornton, and you're going to find some older homes, a lot of houses that were built in the 70s, 80s, even earlier in some sections. And then you're going to go further north and you're going to find a lot of new build locations. So you can even see from this map kind of the way the roads go here. If you zoom in, and you can kind of see that a lot of it is even dirt on this Google map. So up here, over in this section, you can tell there's a lot of new development going on. And so the other thing with Thornton that is a little bit unique is that you'll find a lot of these new build communities mixed in and around some of the older neighborhoods. So you can be on one side of 104th and be in a neighborhood that was built back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And all you have to do is go across the street and you are in a brand new neighborhood because I don't know why, but they just kind of built in quadrants and sections. And there was a lot of open space in Thornton that for years was never built on. And so as Thornton's grown and expanded, it's filled in those pockets that weren't developed on. Thornton also has a hospital down here at the North Suburban Medical Center. So if that's something that's important to you, they do have a great hospital here. It also is in proximity to, there are some hospitals over here in Broomfield, and so you have some, if health issues are a concern or that's where you work, you've got a few more opportunities here in the Thornton area to have that. The fun things in Thornton that we talked about, Boondocks is here. It's a great activity area. It has bumper boats and bowling, and you can see from the picture here, it's got go-karts, a fun little area. Also, Waterworld is not technically in Thornton, but it is super close, and that's a great place that the locals love to share about. It's located right here, so you'll see it's just barely across the border of Thornton there, and it's a water park. So one of only a few water parks here in the Denver metro area. Again, you have all kinds of commerce here along I-25 and furniture stores, Walmarts. There is a outlet mall up here towards the northern part of Thornton. Great shopping, lots of restaurants and bars up here. This is kind of the newer section up here where you'll find these new build homes. And we cover a couple of them in our vlog. So if you're looking at that, make sure you check that out. But all of this section up here is kind of the new expanse of new build homes, new build neighborhoods in Thornton. You'll also find some homes in Thornton up here in this northern section. It was very rural for a long time. So you'll find some of these homes up here that have acreage lots, which are really nice. You can get in and get some space. Right here, you can see here's a good quadrant of the neighborhood here that has, you can see the acreage lots that those are built on, and even some over here in this section off of 144th. And this is the toll road that I mentioned, E470. So that's, your thoroughfare right there that's going to give you access to other parts of the city. So, even though you may be in one of these neighborhoods that has a little bit of space and some acreage, maybe some agriculture, maybe a horse property, you're going to be able to access and get to other parts of the city really easy. So it's nice to have that feeling of being out in the country, if you will, but still have the great proximity to shopping and restaurants. And you can see all of this here, the premium outlets. That's what I was talking about, the outlet malls. There's golf courses, a lot of parks and open space. We did talk about that. You can see here Trailwinds Park and open space, just a great area for hiking and biking. There's an aquatic center. Again, you're in the Denver metro area, so again, you can get to pretty much anything you want fairly quickly. And the schools here, Thornton covers multiple school districts, so make sure that if you're looking for schools, if that's important to you with kids or your property value, schools always play a part in property value, whether or not you have kids, and couple of different school districts here. So you want to make sure that you look at that and see what that looks like for your specific situation. So again, you can see that this section over here, while maybe is not technically Thornton here along I-76. As I mentioned, you do have the access areas in that, or that gives you access to other parts of the city. This little section right here is a little industrial. So you're going to find that because Thornton has such a large footprint, you're going to find that it has some different feels depending on where you're going. This section down here off of I-25. This is probably like around 88th Avenue. Yeah, here's 88th. It's going to have that older neighborhood feel. Homes built in the 70s. Again, you go up north here, up north of 120th. And this is the area that you're going to find a lot of the new builds. But again, you've got that mix in there. So that kind of covers the general overview of the map. Let's jump into some information about Thornton here on niche.com. So you'll see that overall Thornton gets a B rating. Public schools get a B minus, which that's actually, a decent rating when you look at those across the city. Housing probably gets the C because of cost of living here in Denver. But you'll see that the population's 140,000 roughly, and it is in Adams County. Again, you're going to have that suburban feel, and most of Thornton owns their home. So that's a good thing when you're looking, maintaining your property value, that you have a high ownership relationship. And if you're looking for something possibly to invest in, Thornton might be a great possibility that way because you don't have a lot of competition. There's only 27% of people rent. And so, that might be something to consider if you're looking for an investment property. Thornton might be a good place because people do need to rent. So not everybody that lives in Thornton can own their home, and they may need to live in Thornton for work, family, whatever purposes. And there's, some opportunity there for you possibly. Again, we covered the map of what Thornton looks like, and it is a fairly diverse suburb in Colorado, according to niche.com. It's the number 6 out of 72, and it's a great suburb for young professionals in Colorado, 40 out of 72, and it's ranked 54th out of 72. And I think part of this for young professionals might be that while the homes in Colorado across the board are expensive, Thornton does have some opportunities to get you into a home for not that top dollar. There's a wide expanse of homes and every kind of home in Thornton, of course, but it does have a greater number of homes that, might fit that entry level price point and allow somebody to get in. So therefore a young professional, there's probably lots of opportunity there for that. Crime and safety, it gets a C. Again, you're so close to Denver. It does have a suburban urban feel that, it does have some crime like any big city does. And diversity, it gets an A on ethnic and economic diversity. So that's good. You can see its education levels here and the age of residents here. If you look at that, it gives that breakdown. And again, this is all on niche.com. So the market, let's talk quickly in Thornton and what that looks like. So according to realtor.com right now, you'll see that the median home listing in Thornton is right at $579. Now that's probably really close to the average home price in Denver right now. It's fluctuated a little bit over the last couple of months with changes in the market, but I would say that's probably very median value across the Denver metro area. So again, it gives those maybe why that young professional rating was on niche.com, because it gives you that opportunity to get into a home there. So let's see what they have here. Their smallest home, but here's a recent sale. $512,000. So this is a good example. I think there's some issues with their website here today, but a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath in Thornton that recently sold, 2,200 square feet, 4 beds, 2 baths for $512,000. That sounds accurate. And you can tell that it sold quickly, that, things here in Denver are moving fast still if they're priced right and they're in good shape. So that's something to think about and keep in mind. And, right now the average days on market is about 26. However, I think that, that's including some other things that may not be those perfectly priced homes and in good condition. Those are definitely selling a lot faster than 26. I can speak from experience on that. We've seen that number. Good ones are still going in about a week. So keep that in mind. And so that kind of covers the gist of Thornton today. Again, if you have questions or you want more information about Thornton or any other neighborhood or city in the Denver metro area or along the Front Range, give us a call. We're here for you, and we're ready to help you make your move to Denver. So until next time, watch out for our next videos to drop, and please make sure you subscribe, leave a comment for us, let us know what you think. We really appreciate it. Thanks, and have a good day.